Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kingdom of Conversation, where wit reigns supreme and laughter is the crown jewel. Get ready to embark on a hilarious journey with the Convo Kings, where witty banter and uproarious laughter are our currency. So grab your royal earbuds and join us as we crown ourselves the Kings of Comedy.
Coming in hot off the press, we got Convo Kings back on it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Dave?
Oh, man. It's just a wonderful world.
Wonderful world.
Wonderful world we live in.
Wonderful world. We got somebody sitting up there smiling at me. Talk to me, Daniel. What's going on, baby?
Hey, it's going, man. I'm sitting here enjoying a new seat.
A new seat.
Salt.
Yes, we got some good stuff to talk about this week, guys.
Salt.
Yeah.
Got a good
Mr.
seat.
Smooth.
Digging in my ass.
Right off the bat, baby. He broke it off him.
He was loaded.
I believe he was waiting on that one in the chamber. One in the chamber.
That's the thing that me, him, and his cousin Josh have been talking about for, what, a month?
And then that picture we saw at the diner.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. How's everybody's week been, man? It felt like it's been a minute, but we back in here.
Yeah.
Last week was just a long week.
Yeah, some sickness. And,
You might hear some coughing.
I was sick.
Yeah, we might hear a little
Allergies.
extra allergy
There we
cough
go.
in the
Oh,
background.
yeah.
There it is. Talk it up.
Yeah, we here for y'all, though.
We here.
That's right.
All that matter.
Coughing and all.
Coughs and all.
Hey,
sharing the love.
what did one coffin say to the other coffin?
You got me.
Is that you coughing?
It's it is this week.
That was a Kathy original.
Good one.
That's what she used to tell me all the time.
I love it.
My meta.
Just like people dying to get in there, too.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
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 That's old funeral home joke.
Well, there's another one, too. Like,
I think there was somebody that was asking me something about why funeral prices were so high, and I wasn't paying no attention. It was something on Facebook or something, and somebody asked me what do I think about funeral
You
prices.
got that hook in your lip, didn't you?
I was like, I guess everybody, because they can jack the prices up because everybody's dying to get in there.
That's right. I had
And
that
was
same
like,
hook in my lip.
My uncle's, I said, oh shit.
well, somebody got me one day. We have a cemetery crew where it was one of the crews where I work, and I happened to be put on that crew one day, and to work because somebody was called out, and the guy said, you know what? He said, it's really hard working here. I said, why? He said, I got to manage all these people underneath me. I said, oh my God.
That's a
Oh.
good one.
He said, I'm the man. He said, I'm the man at the top.
Man up top, the man upstairs.
He said, they all got to work underneath me. He said, it's a lot of work
That's all right.
maintaining all them people.
That's all right.
Literally maintaining them because we keep it all cleaned up.
You got to.
Well, coming in off the last show, I know everybody put all their story out there on the table. We're gonna throw the man sitting over here in the grinning in the shrimp colored shirt
He ain't
today.
grinning no more.
He ain't grinning no more. Come on, smile for me, Daddy. Got
trying-
Mr. Smooth smiling now.
trying.
There's him teeth. There's him teeth.
He trying not to smile.
Yeah. Captain Daniel, tell me about yourself, baby. Where you come from? Who your people is?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, we know he's on East Charlotte. He's West Charlotte. He's North Charlotte. I
Yeah.
grew up in South Charlotte. We gotta have the backstory today.
I spent from my childhood from 5 years old in South Charlotte area,
Okay.
kind of Steel Creek, like Wiley area.
Okay.
Came from a good family.
That's nothing bad. No.
Came from I got put into a good family. So,
Well, I mean,
they were my family. They were actual
you
family.
didn't just
It's
get
not-
put into it.
No, it's not like I was not fostered or anything. But
Okay.
But, yeah, he had a good upbringing.
Good
I did have a good upbringing. Fortunately, my grandma lived with me most of my childhood until I moved out, and now she's no longer with us. But
Hey, that's been a staple around here. Jeff had a special spot with his grandma.
my grandma lived with me.
Yeah, I was not the one to brag in my childhood, but it was said that I was my grandmother's pick. I was what most people don't know me as. They call me Bunky. My grandma did anyway, but I know Dave had a special spot with his grandma, Miss Joy. She voiced a little bit with her grandparents, and grandparents are special, man.
Well, my grandma was very, very, very close to me. So close that she was literally considered my mother almost.
Okay.
Like that's how close we were. Like she did everything. She took me to school,
That
took
was
me
my
to
grandmother.
school shopping. 'Cause my parents worked a lot. They worked a lot of hours. My grandma cooked, taught me how to cook. My grandma did everything, and she helped me with homework. I had a tendency as a child to be kind of a bad child. So out of all,
Imagine that.
I was. I don't like to be like that, but I was probably the closest one to her. I spent the most time with her probably. But I also was the only one out of all of us that brought cuss words out of her.
No.
So
Hey, that happens.
yeah. So she was a very proper lady,
Right.
very Christian proper lady. Would not cuss for hardly anything, but I brought it out
Oh, yeah.
because I have been told in the past. I've told people in the past, if you think you proper, we're gonna find out because I'll bring it out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a professional button pusher. I start off at every date with that when I've been with somebody's. I'm a professional button pusher. I'm gonna push the buttons.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, she played a huge role in my life.
I didn't say everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
I heard that
that's
more than
true.
one time.
I mean, even down to when she got dementia for almost 10 years, I was one of the last 3 names that she remembered.
Right.
That she forgot. I was one of the last that slipped out, and even then, she didn't even know what she talked about but she'd say my name. So
That's special.
Yeah, I had a hard
Special.
spot on it like that with my grandmother.
that was kind of a low area for me, especially because. In the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, I maybe saw her twice.
Right.
I couldn't bring myself to go to the nursing home and see her like that.
Yeah, I had
To this day, it really affects me.
I had a similar
'Cause I wish I would've
circumstance with
went.
mine.
I wish I would have went. Even if she didn't know who I was, I wish I would have went.
Yeah. Mine had dementia in her later days too, and coming in from Sunday in a coat and tie. I had my hat on, walked in the house, and she's laying in the hospital bed, and she looked at me. She didn't know who I was, but she called me a preacher. Hey, preacher, how you doing? She thought the Reverend done come to the house, and it was me, and yeah, that hurts.
Well, she'd been like that for years, and finally got to. My mom managed it for a long time, but it was so draining. She quit her job to take care of my grandma and everything.
Oh yeah,
And it finally got to the point where it was so bad they had to put her in a nursing home here in South Charlotte, and it got to the point where like I went when she first went. She was still kind of a little bit there, but not. She had moments where she was there, moments, and then most of the time she wasn't. I went a couple times. I worked with y'all. I'd go because it was actually pretty convenient. It was 15 minutes from where we worked.
right.
And I would go, but I found myself slowly like I was like, it's too depressing. I cannot go in there and see her like that.
It's heartbreaking to see somebody you love like
see
that.
her like that. But I wish I would have went and saw her like that more often because
Oh, yeah.
while it would have hurt then, it hurts more now.
Well,
So-
they were saying that when my dad was like in the end stage, he kept on asking where I was. But I remember my dad being a strong man, and I wanted to keep that memory. So
My grandma was a very
basically,
strong lady.
I told my stepmother, I said, just tell him I love him, And it was probably, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and my whole room got cold. And that was the time that he had died.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He had stopped by, but that's the thing is, I didn't want to see him. So the reason I say that is to say this, Daniel. I wouldn't feel bad about you wanting to keep the memory that you have, because if you go there and you see them, in my opinion, now I'm not saying I'm right about everything, but just most things. But if you don't want to see them that way and you want to keep that memory that you have, do it, man.
Well, I regret it
You
too.
know?
What I regret the most is that it was like not even 11 days before she died. My dad had said, "Hey, she had a stroke,
Mm-hmm.
like a mini stroke yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if she's gonna be here through tomorrow. We don't know if she's gonna be here for another 2 months, another 2 days, another 2
Yeah.
weeks. We don't know. You need to go see her."
Okay.
And I was like, "Okay." You go through that denial stage, like, "No, it ain't that bad." So I'm just not. If I don't go, then nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, if I don't go, it'll be okay.
It'd be okay if I don't go. Well, I didn't go. 11 days later, she's dead.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's not your fault.
But I still wish I wish I would have been there. I even told my mom later on. I was like, I wish I was kind of angry for a while. I was like, I wish I would have been there on that last day. I would have rather have been. I would love to have been there with her, even if it would have been a struggling and hard day.
Yeah.
I would have felt better because
It's
she was
a
with me
special
in my
moment.
lows. So
Well,
Yeah.
I
and
get
I
it.
wasn't with her in her lows. So
Well, Well, thanks for opening up just a little bit, letting us know a little bit.
All right, so I'm gonna dig on you a little bit more.
That's the closest person to me in this world.
That's a low point in your
true.
life.
Yeah.
Give me some type of high point in your life that dug you out of that pit, that just something reached in and pulled you out. Because, dude, as long as I've known you, as long as we've all known you, you've been the joking, jovial.
See, that happened
always.
after. This happened literally just less than 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this happened in
But
2022.
what Dustin's
yeah.
trying to say, though, is that you don't portray somebody that's holding on to a bunch of sadness.
And see, a lot
Right.
of times I use that joking as my way of.
That's,
It's kind of like a facade.
Yeah. Like I've struggled throughout my entire life. Like I've talked about
it's
being on
probably
medication
how
and
you
stuff.
deal
So,
with it, right?
so I use it. I'm not afraid to really. Most of the time, I'm actually not afraid to talk about it. Most of the time,
Yeah.
when I'm going through something. But at the same time, I try to be goofy and funny because it takes my mind off of me not being
Hey,
me
there
being
you go, all
upset.
that.
So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people that do that.
it's a coping mechanism.
I'll go up there to her grave all the time. And like my dad called me. Well, I was talking to him while we were there. And he was like, you go up there and get you. I was like, I went up there. I was like, it's her birthday. I went up there to see her because she's in Kannapolis. And
Okay.
she was like, he's like, you leave her some birthday cake to take down on the grave. You know, we do stuff
Yeah.
like that. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
No, hey, you
Yeah.
know what? That's
Make it feel good.
yeah, it just feels good. 'Cause it's kind of sometimes our humor's a little cold, but
Hey, that's all right. Whatever
Hey,
helps you
man.
get through it.
yeah, whatever.
Sometimes
gets you
it
through
is.
from one area to the other.
But it's
Yeah.
like David's saying too. That time when his room got cold, there's things that'll tell you like, "Hey, I'm still here."
But see, that was a thing too. So that same day that I was told, so it happened on my way home from work. Apparently, is when it was the moment she passed.
Mm-hmm.
And on that way home from work, I got really dizzy at the stoplight. I was sitting at the stoplight. It was a hot day. It was August. It was hot, and I felt really dizzy. So I felt like I was going to pass out.
Mm.
And I remember just like I was like kind of nodding off, and I hit the gas, and it was red. Light was red.
Mm-hmm.
Car honked at me, and I snapped awake. And I looked at, I don't know why, I just looked at the clock. I'm like, what's going on? How long was I out kind of for? Well, when I got home, I got the phone call as soon as I got home. And my mom said that exact moment was the time she went. So,
Wow.
Man.
So it's like something wasn't right.
Yeah.
I didn't feel, I had a sense of panic almost
Right here.
that I couldn't explain. I almost went to a panic attack.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I obviously did when I got told. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was out for that whole week. I couldn't go back to work. I just couldn't. It happened on a Tuesday. So,
That's true.
That
Hey,
happens.
it takes time,
Gotta
man.
go.
It takes
Yeah.
time.
You just got to move on now.
Yeah.
Like my grandma told me, I ain't gonna be here with you always. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
got to keep living life.
Yep.
Yep.
Got to keep going.
Regardless,
Oh, yeah.
yo, I'll be here or gone. I just got to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Regardless.
Hey,
Tim-
you do pretty good with that.
So tell me these happy things, man. You got to have something that you rely on. You pull your humor from somewhere, man.
This is happy.
Yeah, this is happiness for
Yeah,
me.
this is happiness for me.
Yeah.
Riding my
man,
bike
I
happy.
think that's what we kind of hit on at that the meetup. We
I
went
fill
to-
my life with just
Yep.
hobbies.
Mhm.
I
went to-
don't have one. I have several.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I seen your mama's post on Facebook the other day talking about all them pretty lines you cut in the grass.
yeah,
Yeah, that woman talks big of you, man. She's proud of you.
I talk. I do a lot. I do that. I mean, I fix small engines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I ride my bike.
That's right.
I do model kit cars. I mean, I do all kinds of stuff. So
That's good stuff, man.
As long as it makes you happy.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all that matters.
I try to keep my mind busy because if I don't, then I start looking on the stuff that's not making me happy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Man can dig himself
true.
in a hole.
Oh yeah.
You got to know when to put that shovel down.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got to. Yeah. You got to put that shovel down at some point. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was you.
No, that thing
What's up?
kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Taco Bell. I'm ready to eat.
But yeah. That's it.
You get me eating, you fire me up.
That's right.
I appreciate you reaching in your soul there and giving us a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't talk about past and not talk about her. So
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's a part of you.
Yep, it's life.
Yeah, we've all got that one person in our life, and it seems like we all have that in common with a grandmother.
Grandmas.
When mine passed, I was asked to pray, and she was kind of like our paperclip. And I told them, I said, look, we feel like papers on the desk that's just scattered out. And the paperclip's been removed, and there's nothing we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's like that because all those papers are now have went through the shredder. My family shit. I don't mind saying it, but they hate
Boy, do I
everybody.
know that story.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's family seem like
Yeah,
fortunately, for the most part, ours is fine. But
yeah.
Hey, like I always tell you, don't feel bad because of that.
Mm-mm.
You know, you got you got good family. You got good family, and that's
That's something to hang on to now.
And there's parts that I have. There's parts of them that I have nothing to do with. But
Well, that's fine. I mean, but that's the thing is, don't be ashamed of the good parts.
I'm slowly trying to maybe consider letting them back in, but not in
Just
my
make
life.
sure you're ready for that.
Not
That's
into
right.
my life. Well, that's the thing is I keep getting these realizations that it's like I keep trying to be bitter. I keep getting these realizations that maybe I need to let
But
go.
you can let go.
But I
without
don't
having
mean.
people in
Well, I
your
have
life.
done that. I've done the whole forgiveness thing.
Well, I'm
but
not
it's-
saying you forgive.
But it's the whole. There's people. I don't want them like in my life as a relationship.
Mhm.
But I don't want to also leave the. I don't want them to leave this world without me going and saying something to them.
I can see
At
that.
least one time.
There's nothing wrong with having a
Just to
tight
see
circle.
what happens.
There's nothing wrong with that tight circle.
Yeah.
But you've got to be that person. If they call and if they're truly in need, you've got to show them that, yes, I can be the bigger person and I will help you. But this is all I'm going to give you. You're not going to use me.
I keep getting messages, even birthday cards. So the person remembers birthday cards, phone calls, people, other family members saying, "This person really wants to talk to you. This really person wants to see you. This really wants." And I just keep. I don't want to see them. I don't want
Right.
nothing to do with them. Just, no, I'm done with it. I don't want it. That person's erased from my memory, erased from my life. I don't want it. I've done this. I've done fine since I was 5 years old. I don't need nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And then slowly I find it eating away at me. And it's like, maybe I should get that person just one time. Just one time. For maybe I'd have more closure for myself.
And
To
that
hear
may
their,
be something you can
because
do.
to hear their side of the story now as an adult versus when I was a kid.
That's
Just
true.
even
So-
knowing what they did. But
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. All right.
yeah.
I don't believe in that. And I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong for believing
Oh,
in
yeah.
it. But to give my 2 cents on it, I don't feel like anybody I've separated myself from deserves anything from me. And if that makes me callous, whatever you want to call it, that's just how it is. But and I'm not saying that my way is the right way. I'm not doing that. But there's people that they don't deserve one more conversation with me.
But at the same time, this person,
I'm not saying
this person
that
has
your
changed. Genuinely has
situation-
changed.
What I'm
as a
trying to
person.
say is your situation
yeah.
is different.
This person has genuinely
But
changed,
there's
but I still
nothing in
refuse.
the world that can
Yeah.
make me ever like. That's my
Right.
my story is that I don't believe in that.
And I didn't say I'd let this person back in my life. I just said I'd go hear him out one time.
There again, I wanted to go ahead and put that out there in
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
I wasn't saying that
No, I
what
know.
you're thinking is wrong.
And that's
I
the
just
good
played
thing about our
devil's advocate.
podcast,
I just
too.
want to give somebody that chance to like let their side come out.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never heard it
fine.
from
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I've heard it from other people and from what I remember from that age. But I
That's
need to hear
fine,
it
yeah.
from that person, and maybe I'll feel better.
And if that eases
Yeah.
your mind,
Yeah.
And maybe
then
I
that might be what you
might
need
not
to
ever
do.
talk or say to them again. But at least I gave them that one time to say something.
We're all
That's-
looking for that peace. And what David's saying, he's found peace with
Yeah.
himself, knowing
Oh, yeah.
that he never has to do this again. If you
Right.
find peace and going back and getting some closure from that, then that may offer you better
But I have a
sleep.
feeling once you get to that point, it's because once you get to the point like with Dave, is maybe he's already tried before, multiple times with somebody, and they're not.
Well, yeah. Well, they had people have their opportunity with me when they're in my life,
right.
right?
See, I was 5 years old when all this happened.
Well, yeah, that's a different story. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, as an adult, if I've done stuff for you, been there for you, did all this stuff, I was a person that was always reaching out, da 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 da. And now we don't talk, we don't do this. I'm not that guy.
Dave, I kind of take you as like the don't bring me the flowers when I'm dead kind of person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't bring me shit.
Yeah.
Don't even
Most of
show
my
up.
family's like that, but we still do it anyway. But for our own sakes.
Yep.
But
no, like I said though, and like Dustin was about to say a minute ago, that's what makes our show a little bit different. Is because everybody in this room probably has a different opinion about it.
That's true.
We may all agree on certain things, and we may all disagree on other things. But at the end of the day, this is a platform that we have that says, you know what, I'm going to air this shit out today. And if everybody likes it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
That's right.
I've had several family members that said if I do choose to want to do it, they don't. They support me if I don't. They support me if I do. But they said that I have several, 2 or 3 that said they'll be glad to go ride up with me and sit with me when I go do this.
That's excellent.
So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent for them to do that for you.
they're like, we'll go sit with you when you want to go have this conversation with them.
Yep.
And if you don't, then we won't. But
Right.
Yeah.
we'll
And that shows
we'll
your
be there.
that shows your character too, Bubba.
Yep.
Right.
They got to think highly of you to be able to go to do that with you.
And for years, the reason why I kept pushing this person farther and farther around, like down, was they never changed.
Right.
They stayed in their same environment and got farther down the line.
Yeah.
And never made any attempts.
Mm.
Now that person who's grown older in age, maybe has some health problems, which is why I feel has health problems, but has moved
let me stop you
herself.
there.
I can say her.
Don't let that.
It's not the
Right.
health problems that I'm mostly
But
concerned
that's
about.
what it sounds like
But what it is for me mostly is
on
that
paper.
that person, her, and I can say it's a she.
Yeah.
She has completely removed herself from that area of the state and moved all the way to another part of the state
Mm-hmm.
to try to change that part of her life because she knew she was never going to get out of it, staying where she was,
Yeah. So and I got a little bit of.
and she's pulled
backstory
herself
there.
pretty much out of it.
So like my mother,
Yeah,
you know,
this is my mother too. I can say it's my real mother, my biological, the one that actually gave birth to me.
okay,
So-
yeah, and there's that earning there because there's that connection regardless of
Yeah.
where you want. But so my mother, and I'm not going to hold back because this is our platform. My mom never made it out of the 70s. Right, she was a druggie.
Mm-hmm.
Now she didn't shoot up or nothing like that, but she liked to smoke her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And during the like 90s or whatnot, she got involved with crack, and that became her family. So there was a lot of deception, a lot of lies,
That's where I came from.
and you get to that point where like me and Joy, we had nothing. We were living in a hotel. And she called us crying because she didn't have this or that. We drove 2.5, 3 hours to go pick her up, bring her back up here, try to get her life back together. And then she's with us for a few months. And then we went to work one day and we came back and she's like trying to take all of our money out of our bank. And she's doing all this crap. And we have nothing. Like, we are fucking broke. Bro, I mean, like, we're like sharing noodle packets and shit. Ketchup pack. I mean, there's all kinds of, we are, like, we don't have any means to be helping anybody, but we tried. And then, now you're trying to steal money and this and that and the third. But so what I'm saying is it went all the way down there, and then she decided one day that she wanted to become, right with her God.
That's what
And,
mine's done.
She did good. Like, she did good. She did the blah 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 blah. But we were trying. And trying, and then she passed away. And then there was the ultimate betrayal, is that she wrote negative lies about me in a diary, and it got read in front of a whole congregation of a church, and I had to sit there while my aunt read it. So these people have decided to go to war with me. So that is the reason why I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to embarrass me like that with lies and deception. And then, want me to be the young kid Andy that y'all, refuse to get rid of.
I've heard that name.
I'm not that dude anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm not him. But...
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean, I'm going to get off my soapbox, but the only reason I tell you that is it's a cautionary tale.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you feel in your heart is right. It's going
You're
to make
still a lot
you
deeper
happy.
than mine ever went.
Yeah.
So
But
mine was drugs involved, but
yeah, but I'm just telling you, do what you feel is right.
right.
But also, I implore you to use caution.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
all. It's
like
true.
definitely.
It's funny you mentioned that. I know some of your people from my side of the county, and they saw us as friends on Facebook, and I saw them, and they're like, "Man, how do you know Andy?"
Yep.
I'm like, "Wait a minute, David, I know. I don't know Andy.
No.
He's always been David. And I think you and I have had this conversation before.
See, I've never heard this one.
Yeah, there is no more Andy.
Nope.
Andy was the one that caught the blame for all that shit and got his Andy was pushed through the mud.
Yep.
I've always known David as the upstanding guy that, look, if you need me, I'm there.
Andy died a long time ago,
Yes.
and they don't understand that. And they killed Andy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that, and that's up for them to figure it out, not me.
That's true.
I'm living my best life,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like I told Joy about 6 months ago. I'm tired of being put in a box. And what I mean by that is it was so bad that Joy and them thought that I was having a midlife crisis. I finally just got up one day and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of being what everybody wants me to be. Tired of caring what people, their perceptions are. Tired of it. So I just started becoming me. And people can like it or not,
But I think that's also what's made you the man you are today.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are a person that I know if I'm in a bind
Oh, yeah,
that
absolutely.
I can reach out to. Dave, I need help.
Yep.
Dave, I've put a Kubota in a ditch and I need to go get a tractor. Will you and your lovely wife please come give me a ride?
Yeah.
I know I'm muddy, but can I get in your car?
Yep.
And he made it happen.
I left
And
the gym, yeah.
yeah, that just shows your character. But so Daniel, we appreciate the backstory, man.
Yeah.
We kind of got in our
Absolutely.
feelings last week, and I'm not saying you got into yours,
Yeah.
but we got in our feelings deep last week,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
when we
there's
did,
more, trust
it
me.
was hard.
Yeah.
There was some low times in the studio last week when
Yeah.
when I talked and when Joy talked, and we found out some things about one another. Like, wow, you really been through the meal with backstory about family, but everybody's got their chains and their ghosts in the closet, man. But it's about self-empowerment and uplifting, and just like I told you, it's made David the man he is today. There's things in your life that have happened that have turned you around. There's been moments in your life that you said, look, this is this not where I want to go. I want to go somewhere else, and that's why we are where we are right now.
It has been a long, windy road.
It sure has. And it ain't done yet.
No,
There's not many 20-some-odd-year-olds that, I hate to say it, that do all the stuff that I do.
Nope.
Yeah.
Stay busy like I stay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all done on purpose because I chose not to be like everybody else
That's good.
around
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
I've chose to be like the people who raised me.
Yeah.
And I was raised by elderly people,
Right.
people who were way older than me. And I surrounded myself with those people. I didn't grow up in a neighborhood, so I didn't have kids to play around with much,
Yeah.
other than my friends, a couple friends that I had. But I'm really just an old man.
I knew you was
I'm an
that
old man.
kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
My daddy
Yeah.
told me when I was born I looked like an old man.
dang.
You was that kid that Mama cut a hole in your pocket where you'd have something to play with, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Not even joking, yeah.
Not even joking. All right. You'll figure it out here. In a
Oh,
little
I know
bit.
exactly what you're talking about.
Man.
That's good stuff. Man.
Has something to do with one of these.
That's good stuff.
Before we
Ooh.
segue into something else, I wanted to say, like me and Joy and Daniel went out to a podcast meetup. Was it? It was called a podcast meetup.
It was more like it was a convention, but it was more like it was like a
A meetup.
meetup.
Yeah. So we went out there and we met, several smart people.
Big dogs.
Yeah, Ali from Lifestyle After 5. There were several other ones that we met. And y'all are so distracting. You know what, guys? They have an ADD producer, and they're sitting here doing sign language.
You know, I'm kind of the same way. I got it lightly, so.
But we met a lot of good people out there. They gave
Big
us-
dogs.
They gave us some ideas and stuff. Wally intern, and then what was the 23 decimals? I think it was 23 decimals, wasn't it? That the lady. I think that was her face.
I've got a card.
I know. I know I slaughtered it. I'm sorry. But very intelligent lady. crack that thing, boy.
I was waiting for the right moment to be like, sit back and
We
relax.
don't
Like,
need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hate I missed that with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
it was
we
very.
told them about y'all though.
We did. We always said
Yeah.
we like we said.
Every time somebody new came to the table.
Somebody new came to the table. We said, they said, who are you? He said, we're Convo Kings. This is me. You know, he said, I'm Dave. This is Daniel. He said, we got two. Our other half that are not there. They're out with an entanglement tonight. But he said, we got Dustin and Jeff.
Okay.
So I mean, everybody knows there's four of us. So.
That's right.
Yeah, they know that you were away with family and Jeff was working.
Yeah, we said. He said, well, he got a job.
Gotta pay that child support. You
That's
heard
right.
me? I won't be here.
We'd rather see you working than working on getting
Well,
out.
see, that's a good segue. Hey, y'all need to start supporting the show a little bit, so you know. So,
I got to work hard.
So Jeff can.
We ought to
pay
start
child
just
support.
one list just for Jeff's child support.
Yeah, see, look, wait, some old shows just for pennies a day.
That's right.
Look at this.
Have a picture of Jeff
For,
like
for
looking
the
at it.
amount for pennies a day, y'all can support Jeff and child support.
Child support. I ain't got to work hard no more.
I know, right?
Give this man a break, guys.
Yeah,
I know.
He needs a
break.
vacation.
He needs
I know what
he
I know
needs
what Dave's talking about. For less than 23 cents a day, you
Yeah.
can support a man and keep him out of jail.
Yeah.
Help out with this man's child support.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But they're helping the show. They're helping him.
That's right.
So our first goal, me and Jeff and Joy have made our first goal is for the podcast to pay for its own rent.
Okay.
So we can get that out of our pocket
Get it out the way.
now, and then after that, it's it can pay its rent, and then everybody gets some change,
Mm-hmm.
Get some.
and then after that,
Some jingle.
after it's paying its rent and getting a little bit of change, then maybe we can move up to where people start quitting their jobs.
Oh, Lord, we ought to make that little meme like they did with SpongeBob with Squidward. He said, spare change.
Mm-hmm.
Spare change.
So for pennies on the day.
That's right. I'm looking for Jeff to stand up one day and be like Tyrese in that Fast and the Furious movie. What'd he say? Well, we ain't hungry no more.
We ain't
Yeah,
hungry
that's
no
true.
more.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that
Yeah,
day.
can't wait.
Me too.
Oh, yes.
We ain't hungry no more.
I hate to say it, but I'm looking for a day I can go to my job and be like, screw y'all.
Daniel, Daniel.
I got a vendetta against my job that I'm at right now.
All of a
Honestly.
sudden, we didn't have to worry about money no more.
We lovely.
Oh, Forrest Gump, right?
And all of a sudden, we ain't got to worry about money no more.
You know, it's funny you said that because he is
I
the
can
one with the
move
shrimp
mama.
hanging right
Hey,
over.
That's what I'm saying.
I can move mama into a bigger house.
I gotta find. That's what I'm gonna get him for Christmas. We're gonna join up. We're gonna all get him one of them bubblegum Trent hats.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, we can make that happen.
Me and
yeah.
mama gonna move into a bigger house.
And he was just talking about meeting his mom.
And instead of running, I'm going biking.
So we're going to kind of go into a happier
Excuse me,
point
y'all.
here.
Sorry, my jokiness is coming back out.
No, that's cool. That's
No,
cool.
man.
We're gonna move into a little happy point, and I'm gonna segue into that because you the one with the shrimp hanging off the mic, and
I'm about to
you
eat that
know
motherfucker, too.
what color was Forrest's boat? It was white, remember?
Yeah, it was
So with all this fancy new furniture we
wow.
got in the studio, we might just have to have Jenny stitched in the side of your little white chair over there.
No. Well, oh man, she might kill me, but there's another name that might be put in there.
Another name.
Oh,
My Jenny.
Yo, Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah, my Jenny.
Jenny.
Hey, it's all right. We can put whatever name you want on yours, but
Life is
it's
like a box of chocolates.
oh gosh. But on Jeff's chair,
You never know what you're gonna
Hey.
get.
Jeff's chair is gonna have all these names. It's gonna look like a border around his chair.
You got
Nah, he's gonna have dollar signs.
Yeah, dollar ching ching.
Ching, ching.
LaShawn,
That's right.
Jennifer. At least 3 Kims.
You know what's really
So
funny?
they ain't
You ain't seen my truck, but Dave and them had. It was funny when she mentioned all this years ago. This first one is actually my favorite movie we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Really, literally one of my favorite movies. But oh Lord, damn soda coming up. I'm about to turn into a soda fountain.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh, no. Not on the new rug.
but no. I got a license plate somebody gave me years ago. It's on the very front of my truck, and it says "Mama says I'm special," and it says Bubba Graham Shrimp Company. So
Okay.
that's already been on. That's on there way before all this. So.
I like that.
Miss Joy was making fun of that tag yesterday.
Yeah, because it's faded out to where all you can see is "I'm special" now.
'Cause,
That's all you can't see Mama says.
He was being a little special, and she was like, "Yep, that tag makes sense."
Well, yeah, I was being a little special on the road on 74. 'Cause people was pissing me off.
Hey, that's all right.
They might have saw a little bit of aggressive driving out of me in my truck. So
Oh Lord.
Hey, it happens. That's all right. That's
Yep.
all right.
they ain't see me when I get out of my truck.
Yeah.
So, which my new medication has been helping.
So Dustin, you said you had to give some old shout out to somebody that helped you out in your
Yeah,
adventure.
we coming back off of vacation and sickness and everything. We took a little trip. Our end goal was Maggie Valley with the Masonic Lodge, and we were supposed to go through what was called Summer Assembly and have a good time up there with all the guys. And it's a family event. It's not just the guys, but yeah, that kind of got interrupted by that little white truck sitting down there in the parking lot. We were about an hour and a half away from our destination, and
Cracker-ass
she overheated. So it's me, the wife, and 3
Cracker-ass
kids.
truck.
It's terrible. So
Can't handle the heat, man.
nope, she run hot, and we had to pull over.
Digging his ass.
Sitting there 25, 30 minutes, let her cool off, and got about 10 more miles down the road, and it overheated again.
Damn.
And didn't know what to do. So I just started thinking, started walking around,
Getting
and
right with
You're better than me. 'Cause I
That's
started
what-
kicking that motherfucker.
that's what I had to do.
I started beating that motherfucker.
Just like that man said, had to get right with Jesus. He was the only one that I knew to talk to at that time.
If that was my truck, I'd be starting beating that on that
Oh,
thing.
I wanted to, but I knew it wasn't do no good.
No.
But
Lower the price, lower the price up.
Oh, wait a
Cost you
minute.
more money.
Wait a minute. I get to use one of Joy's favorite expressions.
Uh-oh. I already know where you going.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat a dead stick with a horse.
beat a dead stick with a horse.
Yeah, that's exactly how. she
No, I thought you were
said
gonna say take that. I thought you were gonna say take that truck back.
Yeah.
it. No,
Take it back.
not that one. But
Take
yeah.
it back.
Sitting
Take
there in Ingles parking lot, not knowing what to do. Jessica's sitting there in tears. The kids are getting a
Man.
little bit worried. Daddy, what are we going to do? And so we just started looking. And lo and behold, Yates RV Resort was about 10 minutes away. We were in Forest City. And I'm telling you, we pulled in after I talked to this lady on the phone, and it was like talking to my mama. She was like, honey, don't worry about it. She said, we had a singular circumstance, same thing you're talking about. They had to replace, I'm talking like big money parts. They thought it was a turbo, so they replaced it on the side of the road. They replaced something else, and then wound up it was the intercooler that went. And they replaced every bit of this stuff on the side of the road. She said, don't you worry about that. So we got over there. It was about 8:30 when it overheated the second time. And we got in, got everything set up, got the camper cooled off because it'd been in the heat all day and it was just blistery hot in there. But they were more worried about the comfort of my family and me than getting any type of money out of us at all.
Awesome.
They offered anything we needed. They showed us around. She was waiting on me when I pulled in the parking lot. It's just like she just throwed up her hand and said, right here it is. Back in, get comfortable. She said, we'll talk about money here in a little bit. But yeah, we got in, got the camper comfortable, got everything set up, all 3 services hooked up, and then they really took care of us up there.
That's awesome.
So big shout out to Michael and Kim up there at Yates RV.
Yates.
Forest City. They was good people. It's
You know, just hearing that, if I ever decide to go that way, I'll be glad to stop in there and set up.
oh, it's good. You pull in and it's like, I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's a little. It don't look like a parking lot because they've got their own little grass sites.
Yeah.
You go in, you push some gravel out, you lay a septic system down, and I mean it's home for a couple nights. And
That's awesome,
she said,
though.
"Y'all make yourself at home. You need anything?" She said, "Keep the partying down to a minimum." She's like, try to cut it off at like 2:00. And she was picking. She was
Yeah.
trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
But they really took care of us.
That's
and
awesome.
Nice.
and another kind of shout out to one of the brothers at the lodge, James Haston.
Okay.
He'll eventually get to hear us, but he drove up from Monroe. He come up. He drug the camper home, and we got home safe.
Awesome.
And we were right where we needed to be. So it was unanswered prayers. I was asking just to make it on through, and we didn't make it on through, but we made it right where we needed to be.
Absolutely.
But,
You might have made a connection that you're gonna need someday.
yes, yes.
Yep.
Unfortunate ending that I'm gonna have to look for another vehicle. That's never a pleasant circumstance in the life of a person.
Not in today's world.
But we'll make it through it.
Looking for those vehicles now, there ain't no such thing as a $5,000 truck. It's more like a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 truck.
Yes.
That used to be $100,000.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always something.
Always something.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be okay.
Yep.
It's what
Again.
you do afterwards.
We wound up right where we needed to be,
Yep.
and we got back home safe. And it's because of the character that you carry that people, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
That's true.
They sure will.
Absolutely.
They sure will.
Absolutely. It'll draw the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's one thing that we're losing in this country is people like that. That'll help you out.
It's still alive in these rural areas. It's still alive.
It's slowly dying. Bubba.
It is really dying. I've got people out there.
I appreciate your
I've had several people when I've had
your-
problems in the past that came and helped me.
Go get it.
Random people. So.
It's dying, Bubba.
Yeah. People expect you now not to show up.
Yep.
They say, "Oh, call me if you need me,"
Yep.
knowing that you'll never be there. And,
I think me and Jeff had that same conversation.
Yep.
and when you do show up, it's like, man, what are you doing here?
Yep.
It's like you said you'd be here, but you're really here. What are you doing here? And you surprise people now more by keeping your word because people expect you to fail.
Yeah.
They live in a world of lies, and when it's just another lie, they just keep right on
another
going.
lie. What's wrong, Dave?
No, I saw a shadow figure. I'm
Something
not
like
lying.
that way.
That wasn't a
Well,
person.
There are other people here.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
That's for the next podcast. The
Yeah.
other kind.
It'll be okay.
Hey, that's a good intro. That kind of threw me off there for a second.
Yeah,
Looking
it
through that
did.
black.
I
I was
Yeah, we know Daniel ain't crazy because he sat up and looked, and then Jeff, he kind of looked too.
yeah.
Yeah,
We had other people looking, unspoken people, so
that's all right. That's all right.
they ain't no names being said.
hmm
They
Miss
ain't
Joy.
here. They ain't here.
Miss Joy.
They come in here and mess with our AC.
Oh, you
They
feel
just
it?
cut AC off.
I believe they
You
cut
not
the
just hear?
AC
You
off.
hear how much quieter it got?
Motherfucker.
Hey, I'm gonna walk right back out the door. And
I'll
turn it
go
on.
right back out there and cut that motherfucker on.
You keep doing that. Like my daddy said, you gonna break the damn thing.
They need to leave it alone.
We can't be getting hot in here.
Uh-huh.
Mm-mm.
I get high, I'm gonna start stripping. I get stripping, I'm gonna get some money. So
Start stripping and be knocking on their door asking for some money. Y'all gonna pay this fool because he naked.
We need $5 to make this man put his clothes back on, please.
if anybody ever watched Trailer Park Boys, everybody calls me Randy all the time.
Randy.
I come home, I be out there grilling my shirt off. My neighbors be like, "What the hell?" I said, "Yeah, you want me to cook you a sausage link?
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord.
I got enough to spare.
Don't be burning that little smoky.
Well, I got enough to spare. I got to straddle that thing up with over the back over my back every day. That's why I got back problems.
Oh, we're going to mess around and start telling lies now.
Got to tie it up
Here
with a
we
damn
already
zip
know,
tie.
Bubba. Lies are already here.
My girl
Lies
would
are-
bet it different, but
Uh-huh.
she'll tell you there ain't no lie being told.
Okay.
Let me tell you anything.
Oh Lord, the shrimp start moving.
Yeah, that's what she said. That shrimp started moving.
Sorry,
That's how I
Mom.
know he's lying.
Yep.
His shrimp moving.
He better play with that shrimp.
Oh, man. I feel like we're forgetting something, y'all.
We are.
Yeah.
I tried to get it started, but
Store.
What?
the up and coming thing we're working on.
Oh, Lord, y'all. Let me tell y'all before he gets upset.
That's why I was trying to get it going. That's what we're forgetting.
He segued into a blank point in his life.
Yeah, I see that.
Dave, come on, tell me about the upcoming stuff.
Me and Daniel are thinking we talk about paranormal stuff all the time. So we figured we'd
passion.
add another little podcast.
It's a passion.
But that, it may, I'm kind of thinking it might have to be for our subscribers.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
They may have to pay $1 to hear us holler.
Okay.
Or we do like what some people do. You put about half the show out and cut it, and then you got to
Ooh.
pay to finish it.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah, you got to pay. You got to pay to finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we got to work on the idea a little bit, and we'll see what happens.
I've got a few we might talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I got tons of ghost stories. That's fine.
I got about a name. So.
Not true.
He said not true.
Oh, no.
Dang. Fuck with my.
Like that,
You know what
didn't you?
Jeff said? Fake news.
Yep, fakey.
I don't care what he said. I fucked my brain a little bit. The way that came in, came out of nowhere. I was like, who the hell? I'm about you better have me pull my spirit box out right now. That in the car.
Drop my glass.
Done seen my shadows behind the curtain. I know somebody else saw it too. They looked before I was looking.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I was looking. I look. I see what I just saw. Like,
Yeah.
there are people whispering at me in the damn microphone. Like,
Yeah,
Sorry.
so we'll,
sorry, that's the voices in my head. Y'all can't hear them.
He's always there when we need him.
yeah.
Mr. Smooth will be there.
Yep, always.
He's the designated hitter.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going on in the wild world of news this week, guys?
Well, Biden's saying bye.
Yeah, I heard that on the way up here.
Hey, you know what I say? You know what I got to say about it? Biden.
Biden, he's trying to be funny, y'all. Listen
trying.
at him.
Daniel,
That's my dad joke
Daniel's
for the
not
day.
right wing at all.
No. Oh,
Maybe no.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
so we're going to talk about the elephant in the room.
What's that?
Everybody's got to know about the man that either potentially got shot, did
Oh.
he get hit, did he?
No, he got shot.
He got
Trump
shot.
was
I was watching it
Yeah.
live. The
Trumposaurus.
boy got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He turned his head at just the right moment.
He had shrapnel hit him.
Yeah.
No, it was a bullet. They
was-
proved it. So it was a bullet.
I have
skill.
seen some still photos of when he turned his head to the right. There is still photos. I'm trying to beat myself in the head over here, but you can see a drawed out line behind his head. And the video that they keep playing is when he turned his head and he reached up. That's when he first got hit. And you see a drawed out line on that still photo of that bullet. I believe it was
grazed him.
Yeah, it was the first or second bullet that went
Yeah.
by, and that's when he got hit. But there's a lot of controversy going on with it
Yeah.
right now. I'm a
I think the
skeptic
dude
of
was
it.
paid to do it
I'm a skeptic of it because
he was right wing and he
I'm
was
gonna
doing it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Can anybody say Lee Harvey
Yes.
Oswald?
Yeah.
But the young man, unfortunately, that lost his life, and you take it as you will, they keep doing him the same way that they did the young man and with the whole elevator and the coat and everything. His name was Trayvon Martin.
Oh,
We're not going to get too far down that rabbit hole,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to upset anybody. But unfortunately, this young man that lost his life, they keep portraying him as the young 8th grader, short hair.
Yeah.
He's kind of almost autistic looking, but if you do a little bit further research on it and find the pictures of him after he graduated high school, the pictures with the band around his neck. I haven't delved as far into it as most have. I've heard transgender. I've heard other things about this young man, but that's neither here nor there with me. My thing is, they let him climb on top of the building.
They did. The police
They
officer saw
let
it.
them. They let him take the shots, and then they silenced him. This young man climbed on top of a building that had police officers in it. And if I'm standing in this room right now and something falls on the top of one of these drop-in ceiling tiles, I mean, you're going to hear somebody on top of the roof.
Yeah,
You're
call out.
trained to do this.
Yeah.
There have been videos in the news of people pointing at the top of the building and saying, "Officer, there's somebody on top of the roof," and it fell on deaf ears.
Oh, did you not see the one where the drunk guy was yelling,
That's-
"Hey, there's a man with a gun on the roof!" Like,
Yes.
That's
But-
kinda ironic.
And there was another one. The cop was going up the ladder behind him,
Yeah.
and the guy pointed the gun at him. He backed down.
Yes.
First of all, and then the whole Secret Service thing. Please don't come to my house and get me. But they weren't doing their job.
Actually, the Secret Service was doing their job. It was the police that were not doing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that for one, that lady got behind the president. Two, why the hell did it take him over 45 seconds to get him off the stage?
Yeah.
Just saying.
And nobody didn't
That's
run
also
either.
protocol.
I ain't seen nobody
No,
run
they're supposed to
either.
get him off as fast as they can.
Yeah, that whole
I'm not
still
going to debate that.
that still picture of him when he stood up with his arm in the air and he said, "Fight." If there is ever a second civil war on United States soil, you can bet that right there will be a centerpiece
Yeah.
of that.
Did you see what CNN did with that picture, too?
I did not.
You know how there's American flag in the background?
Mm-hmm.
They photoshopped it out.
Really?
There's no American flag in the CNN's photo.
Wow.
Do y'all know? Talk about. I'm going to pick the bear a little bit.
Pick it, baby.
Do y'all know that there's certain flags in America that was basically a form of treason?
Mm-hmm.
So in the South, the Confederate flag was considered treason because it did not represent the United States. I just find it funny how us as Southerns were brought up, American flag,
Oh, yeah.
but our ancestors were fighting against the
For
American
another one,
flag.
for another
Absolutely.
flag.
Yeah. So I don't know. I find it, it's just one of those things that's kind of like, what is America?
Yeah. I know a lot of
What it
people
is.
now that say that they see people that have a lot of pride in the flag. I mean, whether it be military, whether it be police and first responders. I myself, every time they play the national anthem, I get a tear in my eye. I can't help it. I just have that much pride for that flag in my country. Again, I feel like I should have served, but my mama asked me not to, being the only child, and I did her wishes. I stayed home. I had an opportunity to go. I went through ROTC in high school and
Yeah, I
fell
did.
in love with it.
I did the same thing.
But there's a sense of pride behind that flag that I still have near and dear. But there are a lot of people out here now that I know that they say if that flag stands for the America that is the America we're living in right now, they want no part of it. And I could see that. I know people right now, and he's over here raising his hand in a room. And I have a certain love for that color flag too. It's a solid black
Flag.
solid black American flag.
That is my flag now.
And
But
what
those
is
are
it,
actually
David?
used for in the ships.
Yeah. What is it, Dave? Say
No
it. No quarter, baby.
Yeah.
Red flag is, I'm almost there.
Yes. But when you fly that black
I know
flag,
what the red flag is, right?
I do.
Daniel, Mr. Patriot.
All I care about
What's
is the
the red
actual
flag?
flag. I don't care about all them other ones.
Here's the thing.
I got
Hot
4 of them in
topic.
my yard right now. 4 of them.
I got on Daniel a little bit
I
yesterday
even got a big old flagpole.
because he talked about freedom this, freedom that. I told him, I said, buddy, you ain't free. You ain't free.
Nope.
So I find it hard for the red, white, and blue. When I was a kid, I loved it. I got family members that died for this country. I got family members that died for that flag. I was a starch man. I was one of those, everybody get together on 9/11 guy. America, 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 America. But when America stopped caring about me, there is no middle class, guys. It is the rich and the poor.
True.
I believe that.
America is now a corporate entity. It has been sold. And everybody can like it or not. But I implore you, if you think I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Prove to me that this is not a business now. We as Americans are
We need to wake up, first of all.
we are
Yep.
stolen from every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. You go to work. I'll tell y'all this. I did this story in another podcast, one of our first ones. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. The government's not there. I get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. The government is not there.
Oh, they're there. They watching you.
No, that's not my point. But on Friday, when I get my check, The government is there, and I pay them every week. I pay them every time all of y'all do in this room. Every time you buy something.
Paying taxes.
One
paying
local,
taxes.
local government, federal
All right?
government, all of it.
So let me tell y'all this. If that flag loves us as much as we love it, why are millions of Americans starving? And y'all know me. I'm not a leftist. I'm not a rightist. I'm what you call an independent. Right? I reserve my right to think independently. So I ask everybody to really think about what you love.
Just wake up and realize what we've become, because we need to.
Now, do I believe? Yeah, you're right.
We need to go back to what we were supposed to be in the beginning.
This thing that this woke culture that everybody that's a fake thing, right?
Right.
You truly do need to be woke.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I say that to say this.
Everybody's letting everybody else make their decisions.
I'm not a
American.
Right? I'm not a communist or anything like that. But what I'm saying is if I see everybody talking about the flag, and it's good. It's good to be a patriot. I'm right there with you. You know what? Y'all go to war for that flag. I'm that dude that's gonna be right there with you. Right? I'll have my feet on the ground. But they're going to show me a little bit more for me to love that flag. Because that flag has done some foul stuff. And then when I say that flag, what I mean is the leadership in our country that represents that flag.
I can see where you're coming from, David.
It's up to us to change it.
And Daniel does have a point. It's up to us to change it. But there's a point in time to where that flag doesn't stand for what that flag used to stand for.
Absolutely.
And you talking about the whole woke thing going on, and I'm not done with the whole Trumposaurus thing with him getting shot. We're gonna circle back around to that. I ain't forgot about it because I've got a really, really good point that I want to make with that.
Excuse me.
But talking about the monuments, talking about the flags, these people getting in their feelings. That flag don't have a voice.
Well, it's supposed to have a
It's supposed to have a voice.
Yep.
But you put that flag on a pole, and what is it going to do? The same thing that my pistol does sitting in its glove box. The same thing that your shotgun does standing in your corner of the house. It hurts people.
Yeah, it does.
But it alone, it just sits there.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the representation of it.
It's exactly right. It's the
not
representation
the flag
behind
in
it.
itself. I agree wholeheartedly. It's not the flag in it. That's like
The
saying,
flag stands for something. It's the
That's
people
like
who are supposed to be
saying, like,
backing that flag.
you know, a pencil is going to jump up and stab somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
A
not
spoon gave me diabetes. Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is I know I'm gonna make people mad, but
And that's okay.
here's my truth. I almost find it comical that we on one side of it we love this country, okay, but we don't even love each other.
That's true.
You got a good point. It takes a mass destruction, a moment in time that to bring the world back together,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
I love everybody. I'm sorry. I love everybody. I'm a big old teddy bear.
I'm
a huge people person.
I'm not saying you, Bubba. I'm just saying
I was raised that way.
What I'm saying is people don't.
Now you know I'm always so mad.
Do you know why we get run over?
We don't.
It's because the machine.
We bent over.
Well, yeah, but the machine has told us that we shouldn't like each other.
Yes.
They don't want us to like each other.
Mm-mm.
They don't want the.
They want us divided because they know.
They don't want you to like people that look like Joy.
They just want us divided in
because
general.
They feel that they're taking things from them.
Mm-hmm.
They want us. No,
they
they
don't want you to think. They don't want you to think and like people that look like Jeff. because he's less than.
They want us to be divided because they know that united we'll throw them out. So
Well, that's what that's
Yeah.
the point I'm driving home is that people like Jeff are taught not to people like us because we're evil and we're here. But it ain't it's the forgotten people,
the people who are no longer here.
right? It's the forgotten people that are going to end up having to fight for that flag. That everybody's up here wearing in their lapels and all. It almost offends me because I have family that have died.
Oh, I have too.
No,
Trust me. I just got something for my birthday about that.
Listen,
So.
but what I'm saying is, I've had people that I know. I have friends that committed suicide because they went to war behind that flag, right?
Yep.
And when they came home, there was no support, no mental health. My dad's generation was spit on, literally, right? So I got to see a little bit more. I got to see more out of all these people. I love this country. I love this country. I love this country. I love my flag. I love this. I love that. We throw that around a lot. But it's time. What's going to happen when it's time to put your money where your mouth's at? Who's going to be the people that are going to walk out that door with that shotgun from the corner and say, no, you're not taking mine?
I don't think he's ever going to get there. He won't be able to get there.
It's going to be worse than that, Daniel.
It will be.
It ain't going to be able to get
It's
there.
going to be worse.
It's happening
Let me
already.
tell you. I love the idea of Donald Trump. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of him. He can't do it.
Oh, I know.
He can't do it.
No.
It's far gone.
No one man can fix it.
No. And the president, I'm gonna be honest with y'all,
They don't do
he's a
shit.
suit.
They don't do shit.
It's a suit.
He's a puppet.
Yep. So now, and that's the reason why they don't like Trump. It's because he's less.
He
puppy.
don't bend
Uh,
as much.
I ain't gonna say he don't. He doesn't bend as much.
But
It's
we
not
all
like-
don't know. We all don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
No.
Nope.
When
But
the
it's-
cameras turn off, when the news crews leave,
He
when
might
everybody
be just
starts.
as bad as the rest of them.
Yeah, he could be in the back room shaking Biden's hand, saying, "You know what, Joe?
Good show.
Good show. We put on another good show for him today. I'll see you again tomorrow."
Now, like I said, I don't go home and put tinfoil on or nothing.
Oh yeah, I'm not
You know
going
what
to
I'm
do
saying?
that.
But I tell you what, I fight for everybody in this room.
Yeah,
I won't fight for that flag. I fight for everybody in this room.
yeah.
I will fight for what the
And
flag
that's
is supposed to
why
stand for.
I fly.
Let me tell you
The
something,
black flag.
and I'm gonna key off what David said earlier. Our world that we live in now, it is the rich and the poor, but the people that will stand for that is where you will see the middle class come back out when it's time, like David said, to knuckle up and walk out that door knowing that you may not come back home. That are going to be your true middle class men and women, knowing that, look, I'm going to walk out this door in support of my family, in support of my little 3.5 acres of land, or if you're rich and well beyond your means, it could be 103 acres.
The rich will hide.
Yes, but those that, just like the ones that went up the building on 9/11 to try to get those people out, they knew they weren't coming back.
Yep.
Those people gave their life for an idea.
Those guys really love the flag.
Yes. And I'm going to bring it back
It's not
around
fake
to the point that I was going to make. I would feel amiss if I didn't mention the retired police chief that lost his life that day.
Yes. I
He
was
was
a fire chief.
Yes, it was a fire chief,
Oh,
David.
okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
yeah.
I believe he lost his life.
He did.
He was covering his family. I believe
Yep.
it was that of his daughter that he leaned over on to protect her, and he was shot and killed. There was a doctor on scene that was doing CPR on that man, if I'm not mistaken, and it was said that he did CPR on this man knowing that he was already gone, that there was brain matter laying on the ground around his
I
knees.
mean, imagine
But
your
his
family sitting
family,
there.
yes, that was the point I was going to
Yeah.
make. That man's family
Yep.
Watched
hadn't
it.
seen that part yet. They weren't aware. All they seen was that doctor's trying to save my daddy's life.
Yep.
He did that, just like David's saying. he's one of the ones that done it for the idea.
Yep.
He knows I've got to do this to make it better for those folks there. He is part of that middle class.
Yep.
The ones that still appreciate what, like you're saying, Daniel, what it's supposed to be all about, not what the machine has programmed us all. Get up, go to work, make that dollar so I can get my cut of that dollar.
See, I'm a big flag guy. I've got them all over the house, inside and out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like people say, "Why would you support that?" I said, "I don't support what it is now. I support what the idea of what it's supposed to be and what it was originally intended to be for."
I'm not saying why you support that. I'm just telling you
Oh, I
I
know.
don't. And if I'm going to fly a flag, it's going to be a black one.
Like my big flagpole, my 25-foot pole,
That's all I'm saying.
has got a black flag with a half red and half blue stripe on it.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah. And there's an idea behind that.
For a reason.
But the no quarter flag
I've
that
got family
David
members,
flies, what most people don't understand, that's not rebelling against the country. That's not saying that, look, you're wrong. That's saying if you come in my house, there will be no quarter shown to you.
Yep.
When the police get here, it's not going to be a negotiation. It's going to be you come in and you recover a body. You're going to take his body out or you're going to take my body out. There's no quarter to be had here.
Cakes.
I just live like I don't care. No
Jeff
flag.
said he's happy.
I'm
He's
happy. Like you ain't gonna never change nobody.
That's right.
Nobody
That's
ain't gonna
right.
change nothing in this room in the
No.
world. Everybody's scared in America. Scared of me. Just go. Everybody from the U.S. go to the White House and go and do something to it.
Yep.
Nobody ain't gonna do nothing.
Nah.
So everybody talk about it. That's why I don't say nothing.
Well, I guess my thing is Jeff, I agree and then I disagree.
Yeah.
I believe there's a contingent of people that there's something building,
There's going to be one final straw pool.
but I don't know what the end game's going to
It
be.
ain't gonna
But
never be changed.
I know that the status quo is not gonna. This ain't gonna work. Everything's going up. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like a home that was $300,000
About
is
800.
now $800,000.
Easy.
No, that's
Ain't gonna never
that's
change.
yeah.
We are a machine right now that is slowly failing.
Yeah.
What that machine's end goal is, I don't know.
Nope.
Whether other than padding the
destruction.
pockets of those who are actually in control of it.
It won't total
But
destruction.
There's 3 or 4 families in America that own America. The Vanderbilts.
Well, they're pretty much gone now.
No, they're not.
No,
I've studied it.
No, they're not.
they're here.
They're here. They have meetings with all these presidents every year. Even your boy Trump has been in a meeting with the Vanderbilts. And I ain't talking about the Asheville. I'm talking about the Vanderbilts. They are here.
Isn't the Rockefellers in there too, Bubba?
Yes, the Rockefellers is one of the conglomerates.
The Catholic Church.
Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Catholic Church,
No,
that's another story
the Catholics run.
Yeah, they can't keep their hands off little boys.
Oh,
But
no.
I'm saying they
Anyway,
run.
like I said,
Radio edit.
you it is what it is.
Yeah.
That America was sold to those families a long time ago. That's why I said that.
Yeah. That's why that's why we say the president right now is a puppet.
Yep.
He's just like you said earlier in the show. You are a professional button pusher. He's got buttons,
Yep.
and that's my 100% truth.
It's all money driven too. It's like how much money I'll do what you want to do. How much money you want to pay me to do it?
That's
How
called
far?
special entrance.
How far are you going?
Yep.
How much are you willing to pad my pocket to keep my mouth shut?
Yep. Yep.
You don't want to pat it, okay? I ain't gonna support it.
But yeah, Dustin, you said it right a while ago. Though you don't know what happens behind those doors.
You're exactly right.
When the cameras go off, when there's nobody around to write down or take pictures of what these presidents are doing.
I almost feel like it should be monitored 24/7. Be honest, for the American people.
But you get into a whole nother thing there. That's an invasion of privacy. This and that.
Yeah, but they're also the people who are supposed to be. They're supposed to be in the spotlight for us.
Tell you
so.
another thing too. I'm gonna get off of this one, but there needs to be what they call term limits.
I agree with that. I agree.
And I think we need to, and the House of Representatives need to be a House of Representatives.
Take them back.
It should not be politicians.
Right.
It should be people like sitting in this room right now. That is the wall between the government and the people. What happened to no taxation without representation?
That's what it was supposed
What
to be
happened to
originally.
that?
George Washington said that.
What? No, that's
David, it didn't fit their agenda.
Yeah. I
It's
figured.
not part of their agenda, so they wiped that off. It's still there. It's written down, but it's had so much whiteout thrown toward it.
Shoo.
It's had so much correction tape put over it that
Preach
you
it,
can
brother.
you can barely find it anymore. You miss the days, and you're just a couple years older than I am, but there used to be days of a Democratic Party and a Republican Party. We're running for office. I'm running against you. You're running against me. But on election day, when the people have spoken and you won and I lost, I walked up to you, I shook your hand, and that handshake meant something.
Yup.
That handshake meant that, okay, you were the better man, you won. Now, what can I do to help you?
Yep.
We don't have that anymore.
Nope. We got
Now it's what can I do to get rid of you?
Yes.
well that or you cheated.
That's what
Yes.
I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's what can I do to fire up everybody to get you out? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and I say like that, and you know that's the good thing about this platform that we have here is that everybody can have their own thought on it. You know, right, wrong, or indifferent. You know, but that's just my spiel on it, man. I don't know. You're good until they decide they want what you got.
Oh, absolutely. There's an agenda out there, and if you don't fit into it, they'll slowly steamroll you.
Yep.
I don't
You will
fit
be
into it.
you will be mashed down until you can't take it anymore and you submit.
I don't feel.
Yeah.
I'm not in it. I'm not in that club.
Oh, none of us are in that club.
Not
Can't
yet.
afford
None
to
of
eat
us.
at that
I said
time.
not yet. No, I'm not in the club yet.
But when it comes down to it and you make that big ripple, it's either you've got enough money to keep your head above water or you get paid off. You better keep your mouth shut because we know where you are. We know what you do. We know which side of the pillow you sleep on at night. And we can take that pillow away.
Yep.
We even know how many breaths you took today.
Yes.
So,
That's true.
in saying that, I'd like to announce my candidacy for president.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Norris 24.
Yeah. Here we go.
That's
I'm
right.
the vice president.
No, Joy's going to be the vice president.
Bitch, please. I'm just kidding.
That's their slogan.
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
We're going to say, I wish a motherfucker would.
that's right. Test
Then
your.
I'm going to put Daniel as my, what they call it, the joint chief.
No, I'm gonna be your anger translator.
There you go, yeah.
Like for Key and Peele.
I'm going to put Dustin over the military.
Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
I got you back.
And then Jeff's going to be my treasurer.
Oh, yeah.
Got to
Mr.
make that money.
Smooth,
Make
Mr.
that
Smooth got
money.
it going on.
But he's.
Jeff going to say, are we making money? No, we ain't doing it.
Are we making money with it? All right, we defunding it.
Ain't nothing to be
Yeah,
had there.
That's true.
Jeff be done went through every book. Be like, hey man, this ain't making no money.
Do something else.
Yep. 86 that.
Yep.
Yep. Jeff, you got anything this week, man? You been watching sports, man? You been
I ain't been
anything?
watching.
There ain't much
Ain't
going
got
on with
nothing on
sports.
sports now.
Ain't nothing going on?
We went over a lot. Do y'all still want to hear Daniel's crazy story?
Oh, hey, we got to give Daniel his segment. It's
All
coming.
right.
Yeah, Daniel.
Damn, I thought I got out of that shit.
Nah, you ain't gonna get out of it, baby. You don't get
Damn.
off the hook.
He was hoping to.
We're gonna put an earring in your lip because that hook is permanent.
Well, if I lose my auction, we gonna have a problem.
All right,
Your auction.
Oh, my
Nobody care about
goodness.
it. You should be memorizing that thing.
that's right.
Huh?
The story.
Oh. Yeah, well.
Just give us the cliff note.
Yeah, just a cliff notes. Daniel's beef
What it was,
with the world.
Yeah.
Well, most of these are going to be fairly local today.
Okay.
But this one says, yes, cicadas can pee at 10 feet per second. It's called cicada rain.
I've seen that. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
When you walking in the woods and you and it's a sunny day and you feel a little bit of liquid,
What was that that
Drop.
hit me on the shoulder?
yeah, a cicada that's pissed on your
Yeah,
head.
you just got peed on.
So
Digging in there.
Dang.
Digging in that ass. Listen,
literally, they can pee at 10 feet per
Yes.
second.
Damn, cicadas pissing on you. Go.
They said the rumors are true. They do it.
Wow.
Man, I used to love walking in today. I'll be up there in the morning about 5:30. You'd walk up the ramp up there and you kick one up. He'd spin around on the sidewalk. He'd piss all over himself.
They said make sure you go out there with a hat and umbrella
Oh, yeah.
on a sunny day included,
Ooh,
because you can get pissed on. You let the golden shower.
Oh,
dang.
A to P. What you got? What else you got
What
for
else
me,
you
baby?
got?
I got a. I'm sorry, this was so stupid.
Hey, we love stupid, too.
Oh, this one's so stupid that it's getaway vehicle carjacked and stolen while suspects rob a business.
Nah.
So how did this happen?
So they was in there robbing a business, and somebody else came up and carjacked the getaway car.
Is that what they call Instacart?
Pretty much.
I believe that to be.
They were robbing a check cashing business.
Nah, that's crazy.
Someone ran up and stole the getaway vehicle.
Dang.
Blah, blah.
Those check cashing places are pretty tight too, ain't
But
they?
they were
yeah.
they were stupid because why wouldn't you have a getaway driver that's sitting in that car waiting?
That's a good point, Daniel.
Hey,
It's a getaway car.
times are tough. He got to be playing both roles.
There's three of them. There's three of them motherfuckers. So one of them.
Hey, look, we
Hey,
can't
hey.
afford the driver, y'all.
It's like there's three of them. It's like they argued on who's going to be the getaway driver. They all went in.
I got to have his cut.
No. I'll take that back. Joy was in charge of that. You know what she said? Take him back.
Oh,
Take that driver back.
all three suspects were under the age of 18 as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, there goes your thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes back to what we're talking about with the generation now.
That's
Yep.
right. Number 3. What we got, baby?
This one's very, very, very close. It's from out of Concord.
Concord?
Fire. Sorry, this shouldn't be funny because my brother-in-law works for Charlotte Fire. Shout out. But firefighters awoke to alarms and smoke. It was their own fire truck. The fire truck was on fire
Yeah.
inside the station.
Damn, that's
I think I
bad.
said it before the show. It was like the shoemaker's kids don't have no shoes.
That's right.
They said it started inside the cab, but they don't know what caused it.
Was it like a hobo or something?
It was in the station, in the
Was it an
garage.
unhoused person?
I don't know. Somebody was angry.
Being that close to home, Concord, we hope everybody's okay. So
Somebody-
y'all didn't lose too much.
Somebody was angry.
Yeah.
Hey,
They said, we're going to fuck it up. We're going to burn this bitch down.
Let it down.
Burn it down. Get rid of this motherfucker.
That's right.
You know what it was? They wanted a new truck.
oh yeah.
They damn sure got, hey,
Oh, I tell you what.
they got a little bit more than a new truck. They got a whole new station.
Dang. I'll see what I need to do at work.
Let it burn.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. It starts on fire. You didn't mean to start it, but you just like let it burn.
Hey, when I was up there, that back building, it don't make no sense. I always said, gonna walk in one day, that joker gonna be on fire.
Yeah.
Got to get rid of it. Don't make no sense. It's turned the wrong way. What do you do? Burn it down. Burn it down.
We're gonna burn it down, motherfucker. Burn it down.
Dave, what else you got for me, baby?
We got some interesting shows coming up. Next week we have the drone trolling guy.
Yes, we are looking forward to him coming in. What'd you say?
yeah.
We're gonna name drop him.
His name's Patrick.
His name's Patrick. That's right. That's
Nice.
right. I've been watching some of his videos, and I
Funny.
am looking forward to talking to him in the studio.
I am so ready, and
Yes.
I think we're supposed to have a Josh sighting next week.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna remind him.
That's gonna be interesting.
That's all right.
Yep.
He even told me he was gonna lay out of work.
Oh,
Yep. That's
Oh,
what he said.
wow.
Yep. That's what he said.
He
ain't
said
no
it
joke.
now. I'm gonna hold him to it.
Yep. Me
Okay.
too.
if he shows up here, we'll give him a little plug
Now
on the
look,
show.
if he don't show up, he gonna have to dig in my ass.
Yep. Yes.
He got to pick it up.
Yeah, man.
That was a joke. He was like, David, why are white folks always digging in their ass?
Look, they were telling about the red light.
Oh, it was like 10 minutes later. I was laughing about it, and then I turned around and looked, and there's a white guy standing at the dang stoplight digging in his ass. And then we were leaving the restaurant yesterday. I turned around, and there was a little
There's a
kid.
picture. We went out the back way.
Yeah, there was a picture of a kid digging in his ass.
Oh no, that might be a sticker we had to get made up for the Combo Kings.
Absolutely.
Oh
digging in
yes,
his ass.
oh yeah. All right. Well, we got good things coming up next
Oh, yeah.
week for all our listeners. We looking forward to that. Dan, you got anything else for me today, baby?
No, man.
Man, we're glad to have you
you.
back in here. We're
I'm
glad to
glad
have
to be
everybody
back.
well.
I'm glad
Glad
that
to have everybody
I'm
back at home. Yep.
How about that?
We're gonna. I feel like I need to like play Lee Greenwood for Daniel or something. Yeah.
No. Please don't do that because that song came on the other day when I was in the car. I about cried. I had to pull over.
Oh no, we're gonna
see
get a
it.
little Charlene Darling in here. Don't play that song, Paul.
Oh, I
That
couldn't-
one makes
it
me
makes me
cry.
I couldn't
That's
see.
right.
I said,
Dave
oh
knows.
my God.
Not that one. It makes me cry.
Like, cry.
That's right. All right. Well, we finished up. Jeff, you got anything else for me, baby?
Smoking
Take me home.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Amen.
Amen.